Joining us now is two-time Champions League winner Steve McManaman. Welcome back.
Pleasure to be here. Nice to be back.
Steve, Real Madrid won their 15th European title. Where do you rank this team against recent winning sides?
Funnily enough, I think it's been inferior to current Champions League squads. I think this year was a transitional year for Real Madrid. Losing Karim Benzema, losing Eden Hazard, losing Marco Asensio. And I think they've evolved really, really quickly. I don't think even the most passionate Real Madrid fan would expect them to win the league, the Champions League and the Supercopa this year. I thought they were waiting for next year for when Kylian Mbappe was going to come. So I think it's happened very, very quickly. And most of that is down to the players and, of course, down to the Englishman who we've spoken about, Jude Bellingham.
Well, on that very topic, we're going to have to mention the shirt that you've brought
Yes,
next to you.
Yes.
What's the story behind that?
Well, the story was I played about 6 weeks ago in a veterans match at the Bernabeu, and one of the Real Madrid staff who runs the museum, the new museum in the new stadium, asked me for my football boots that I wore, because they're the same football boots I wore when I scored the goal in 2000 in the Champions League. So I said, of course you can have them. You put them in the museum. And he said, I'll get you a football shirt. What do you want? Do you want the whole team or just Jude Bellingham? I said, just get me a Jude Bellingham and I will give it to... And I said, just put Macca on it because I can give it to my son. So he gave me it after the game at Wembley the other day, and it was a very nice memento.
So I've got to ask, because there's so much talk about this, about his talent, world at his feet, he's 20 years old, but what do you think his areas of improvements are?
Well, I think next year he will play in a different position because Kylian Mbappe will come in, so he'll play in midfield next year. So I think this year we've seen him improve a lot because, of course, he scored a lot of goals. He never scored goals at Dortmund, and he doesn't score goals for England because he plays in a different position. So already he's improved a lot. I still think he thinks he has to improve, because immediately after the game, when I saw him and spoke to him on the football pitch, he said to me privately that he thought he played really bad. And so he was slightly disappointed, even though he'd won the trophy, because that's what good players do. They always want to play great every single game. So I think he knows he's going to improve. He will improve just by playing with Luka Modric another year, with Dani Carvajal, and the experience he gets at Real Madrid will help him all along. But no doubt when Kylian Mbappe comes in, he'll take bits of his game and hopefully improve again.
So the Champions League has been an enthralling season with its ups and downs. What's the standout memory for you from this season? Well,
there's lots really, but the latter games stand in my mind. Of course, the early stage, the group stages, they're just almost a sorting out process. The good teams go up, the bad teams go out. But I love Newcastle when they beat Paris Saint-Germain in St James's Park, because that was an important moment. But that was in September. Now when I look at the Champions League, I'm reminded of Josselu's 2 goals for Real Madrid against Bayern Munich, because Joselu was on loan at Madrid. He's an Espanyol player. Of course, he's played in Newcastle, he's played at Stoke, he's played in Hoffenheim, he's played in Alaves, and I just thought it was an incredible moment for him. 2 years ago, he supported Real Madrid when they played Liverpool in Paris, so he went as a fan, and then he scores these 2 goals to get them to the final, and then next minute he's got his medal on as a Champions League winner. I think that overall story is amazing.